got going on? Hello?
Oh shit! Can you hear
You
me?
ready?
Yeah, I've been trying to get on this joint for like 5, 6 months. I'm proud of you. You've been doing your thing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So you want to be shirtless. You want the girls to see your body, huh?
No, what was happening? I was about to get in the shower, and I always do 100 push-ups before I get in the shower, and then I've been pressing this little button on StreamYard, and they finally put me in. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that shower.
Okay.
Fuck that
All
shower.
right. So what's your name, honey?
My name is Haku Asiki.
Haku. Now, can I say Haku or I got to say it all together?
Yeah, you could just say Haku.
Okay. Haku. Does that mean something?
Means being. So my full name is Hakuran Akuma Asiki. It means the being that walks through his demons with prosperity.
Oh, wow. Okay. Haku, where are you calling us from?
I'm from Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at my mom's house right now, my godmom's. I'm just watching her crib. I got to go to my chiropractor in the morning. I know you want to do the crib joint. I'm gonna have
You
to
don't have
send
to.
you.
That's optional. That's new.
No,
And
I may
it,
send it when I go home. You know what I mean? Maybe if I
oh,
get,
when you would,
you know.
if you were in your home, you would want to do the
Oh
cribs.
yeah. I live nice. We decent.
Hey, you would look nice, decent. All right, Haku, how old are you?
I'm 31.
31.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
any children?
Oh, zero. I'm 31 and 0, undefeated.
Okay. What's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries. My sun is Aries, and my moon is Aries as well.
You said your son is an Aries.
No, my sun sign. I know that you're big into the zodiac, so my sun sign, my rising sign is Aries, and my setting sign is Aries.
Okay. Cool, Minnesota, 31. What do you do for a living?
I am a tech entrepreneur, so I build websites. I created my own crypto. I do digital marketing and consulting.
Okay. So you said a tech entrepreneur?
Tech entrepreneur, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is Aku, Minnesota, 31, Aries, zero kids, a tech entrepreneur. Let's do it. What kind of woman are you looking for?
Well, I watch this all the time, and I have 5 prerequisites.
Uh-oh, let's get to it.
Outside of the three, stereotypical patriarchal things like cooking, cleaning, and sex, I take those off my list. I need my woman to be kind, nurturing, loyal, respectful, and cooperative.
What does cooperative mean? I think that's a
It's a
word.
politically correct way of saying submit, but I say cooperation because I believe as a man, it'd be easier to have a woman follow you if you're an effective leader. So cooperation is key.
So now does cooperation goes both ways? Will you cooperate with her?
Oh, as a man, I feel that even when you're providing or protecting, it's your job to put your best foot forward. So I do my best to be intentful and pay attention to her needs, so she doesn't really have to ask for too much. So
So would
yes,
so yes. So
yes, ma'am.
now do you want her to be a housewife?
I personally, I'll prefer my woman to do something. I'm not saying you got to have a lot of money and make enough, make a certain amount, but I want to be able to clap for you. I want to be able to go support you doing your own thing. I want you to, have your own shit going on too. It doesn't have to be extravagant. I just want you to be passionate about something, and I want to see you wake up every day doing it.
Can she have kids?
I did that before. And the reason why it's hard for me to say yes, she would have to be a phenomenal woman for me to do that. But at this point in my life, I would prefer to create my own family because the last woman I was dating for 3 years, she had a daughter. And one of the hardest things is being in a child's life and stepping out. My mother didn't show me multiple men around, so I'll be damned if I do the same. So I don't want a child to see me as a figure that walks in and out of their life because I just don't operate like that.
So what is the answer? Would you date a woman with
No,
kids? No. Okay. So
preferably no. If you're phenomenal, you know,
phenomenal. And what would phenomenal be to you?
a phenomenal woman to me that would, she number one would fit all 5 of my criteria. Um, and if she would we would just probably have to have a connection that I wouldn't mind the dealing with your child. It's just it takes a little bit more because of that aspect of me not wanting to walk out. So to just kind of avoid that, I would prefer to start my own family if I could.
Okay. Okay. So this is Aku. Do you want her to be in Minnesota?
Oh no, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm only
Where are
here
you
for
going?
business. I'm thinking I'm moving my grandma to Texas, so to be closer to my auntie. So I'm thinking about Texas, but I really like Cali because of the tech. So some of my constituents work out there. So I think I might go to Cali, but my goal to when I enter my 40s, I want to go buy land back home in Nigeria.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Aku, what's the age range you would date? You're 31.
31. A lot of people probably gonna be upset about this possibly, but I would do 24 to 29.
That's not you're 31. I'm not
I'm,
mad at that.
but you know how they be like, oh, he likes young girls, this, and that.
Well,
I'm
you're
like, no.
31. I think it's when well, listen, we've
Mhm.
had women now that are requesting 15 years older. And I always highlight when we have those moments to show that the guy that's looking for that, there's a market for it because there's a woman looking for that. But you're 31. I think
Right.
if you were 50 and said 24, that's where women usually, because it's usually just the women, have pushback. But that's only 6 years younger than you. I don't think that's odd.
But but you're also a different type of woman, Kendra. So therefore, your perception, me personally, I say that is you're a little bit more open minded and balanced and grounded than most women that I would encounter.
Well, this is what I do. I talk to people that are in relationships all the time. And I have a coworker, his wife is 7 years younger. And this is why I always say sometimes y'all say, oh, Kendra's not married. I know I'm not married. And that's why I tell y'all talk to married people. Because a lot of times, if y'all want to be married, talk to them. Get you some married friends, get you some married folks, talk to them. And I thought of my coworker in particular. And the one thing he always tells me, shout out to Leon, he said men don't like nothing old besides their money and their
And they,
car.
on my mama, you right.
That's what I've been told by men. They
But
don't
that's
like
what I'm
nothing
saying.
old but their money and their cars. I don't make these rules,
Nope.
okay? But I'm just giving y'all the data of what men tell me. So now I understand it. But I don't, but overall, even if I would have a problem, I would say if a guy was 50 and he wanted a 24-year-old, I would think that's kind of weird. But it's still his life.
I get
But
it.
that's not your case though. You're 31. You're saying 6 years younger.
Yeah, and I get
That's
it with
not
the
really
older
the case.
guys too, because I spoke to them, and it's just like when I speak to young ladies and some mature women too, they like, why does he deal with a woman that's younger than him? And I say, from the psychological standpoint, women aren't gonna like this, is because the less bodies. The earlier you get them, the less bodies, and people don't want to. It's weird because women are most women, they want to do the spiritual connections and be woke until they talk about pair bonding. The more people that be inside of your womb that enter you, you keep that energy, you keep that DNA, and you keep that trauma. Most men that are doing well for themselves or trying to do better, we have no time to deal with that.
Only thing I say to that is I feel like a man should be equally as judged because I don't like, and I'm not even a woman that thinks
Okay.
women shouldn't sleep with a lot of men. I don't preach that. But what
Mm-hmm.
I don't like is if a woman has a lot of bodies, as you said, if a man has a lot of bodies, he's not judged the same. He's the man. He wasn't connected. No, if she is looked at because she had a lot of bodies, I look at men who sleep with a lot of women probably the way you look at women who sleep with a lot of men. I think that should be equal.
I
Because I
get
think
that.
that's reckless. I think it's reckless of a man to be out here sleeping with a lot of women. Just like you think it's reckless of a woman to do the same thing.
I hear that, and then my counter to that, when people tell me that, I see your perspective. I have an overstance. Um, it's like if somebody has to earn, the right to enter you, and the reason why I say that is women control sex, men control relationships. So as a man, if I know that this woman is open to opening herself and giving herself up, because no matter what we do, I could take you on dates, buy you bags, be a gentleman, do whatever. I can't get the box until you say I can get the box. How good is the box if anybody can open it? So it's just like
But
as a
how
man,
reckless are you to go into a box that anybody could open? Like
I
I
mean,
feel like
we all unfortunately we all
but
do
my
that.
thing is I'm looking at you. I
Mhm.
understand what you're saying about the woman, but now my flip side is you slept with that woman that let multiple men inside her box. You just as nasty.
Uh, I hear the common sense behind it, but it's like at the same time in this day and age in modern times, it's like
You have slept with every man she slept with when you enter her body. Every STD that she could have contracted, you can contract once you go into her body.
oh yeah, I mean, I hear that. I'm strapping up. That's why I'm 31 and 0. But you're right, and the reason I say that is, yeah, man, and I got my chart. I don't know if y'all got my charts where y'all at, baby. I'll show you. I'm failing this test. No positives on my shit. So,
right. But one thing, well, let me just say one more thing because I wanted to talk about that, but then I want to, because I hear a lot of men say this, and I don't understand why y'all repeat this like it's a fact. You said women control sex, men control relationships. The woman has to agree to be in relationships. There's plenty of relationships that I have not agreed to be in that don't exist because I did not agree to be in it. So why do men feel like they control relationships? Oh, it's very simple.
Oh, the reason I'll say that. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead and finish.
No, I mean it's just very simple.
Okay.
I left men who wanted to still continue on with the relationship. Right. So they was not able to control the relationship because I decided not to participate. So when men say they control relationships, I really think that doesn't make any sense.
And I'm gonna show you how. The reason I say women control the sex is because you have to be consensual, even if you're having sex. In Minnesota, at least, if she says stop, you got to stop.
Absolutely.
But the reason why I say men control relationships is like, okay, young ladies, how do you get your last name?
That's a marriage.
That's a relationship, and I also believe
a woman has to, but you know that
she has to agree. She does have. So that's
therefore,
the only time she can say no. But most women aren't saying no to the man they want.
But the marriage doesn't happen if she says no.
Right.
So how do you control it? Because actually, what it's implying is you want to marry her, so you don't control it because she's the one that has the deciding factor. When you come to her and say, "Will you be my wife?" If she says no, you don't get what you want.
And this is why I say that.
So how do you control it?
The reason how you control it as a man, and I say that you control if you're in the relationship, because I believe everything you do is a relationship. We have a relationship; it's just not an intimate one. You know what I'm saying? We're having a conversation.
Because this is my show that you've been trying to get on for months, so you're not in control right now either.
No, right? No, I'm not saying that. And this is why I'm stepping into your space. I'm in your domain right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is a possibly a business association relationship. It doesn't have to be. I'm not saying I have to control it. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is when a man says that he controls a relationship, most of the times that even when a woman were to say no, I would tell them, so as a man, if I know that you're spending intimate time, romantic time with a man, and the goal, in my opinion, whether it's a union or a marriage, is to move forward together, why are you bending over and laying down with a man that you don't want to be with? I know why men do it. I know why we lay with women and we don't want to be with them and commit to them. I know why. I ask young ladies, why are you with a man? Want him to protect and provide for you with his life if you're not willing to take his last name? That makes no sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense. I know a lot of women who don't want to do it for assets reasons. They might just want to be in a relationship. But
what you mean assets? Like
they might have you asking me a question, I'm gonna explain to you. Yeah. They might be to the point where they don't want to align business-wise, because marriage is more than just love, it's also a business agreement. So if you're a woman that has a certain amount of money, you might want companionship, but don't necessarily need the last name of a man. So that could be a reason why a woman doesn't want to get married. Not every woman walking this planet wants to get married.
That's sad.
Well, not every man walking. Is it sad that every man walking this planet doesn't want to get married?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
But the reason why I say yes is both, especially in this time. And what I would say to that is just get a prenup. At the end of the day, get a prenup. But the reason why I say it's sad is because that's what we were kind of here to do. Like marriage isn't to me about love. It's about what you said. It's a business agreement. It's about your legacy. The only time I think a man values a woman or his children that he may produce is if he's willing to give her his last name, because that's what I think a good man does. He lives for his last name outside of, himself. So you should be doing something right now that you can provide and pass down to your kids. Most men that are out here having kids and they're saying that they're bad dads or something is because they don't have shit to give to them, because that's not what they perspire to be.
Let me say this, and I do believe in marriage for those who want to get married, right? I just believe in whatever works for you. I believe the world is individual, and there might be something that works for somebody, else that doesn't work for the next person, and that should be fine. You got to figure out what works for you and rock with that. Don't be swayed by what somebody else is doing. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I know people who are married and I love their relationships. I see how it benefited their relationships, and I salute that individual. I know people who are not married and are in relationships and are very happy and it works for them. It's all about what works for you. But how we got here is when you said men controls the relationship. So we're going to move forward, but we have to agree that that statement is not true, because if a man requests a woman's hand in marriage, because you use that as an example, and the woman says no, it's fair to say he didn't control that relationship, correct?
I don't think you should. He didn't control moving forward. I also think that a
No,
lot of
it's
men.
the woman has to agree. So
Yeah,
if a man
but you
asks
can
the
still go
woman,
back. I'm sorry.
hold on,
I'm sorry
just
to cut you off.
answer the simple question. If a man gets a ring, proposes to a woman, and she says no, he didn't control that relationship. She did, correct?
No, me personally, the reason I say no is because most people will probably end it after, oh, you don't want to get married to me, it's over. I personally be like, cool. Can I still fuck with you though? If I can still fuck with you, have the same type of interaction without giving you my last name, as a man, I'm gonna suck that up and just be like, okay, cool.
But you said, but now you backpedaling, because you said control relationships meant marriage. So if a woman says no when a guy asks her to marry her, that means he's not controlling the relationship, because ultimately he wanted marriage and she said no to it. So I'm just trying to get men to understand that y'all do not control. It has to be an agreement. It's a partnership on both ends. So this, like you guys repeat this motto like it makes sense, and it doesn't. You have to be a willing participant. She has to be a willing participant. So therefore, a relationship is an agreement of two people. Nobody controls it. Y'all both have to be willing participants for it to work.
I get that, and I think I'm gonna continue because I definitely want to continue our dialogue. And the reason why I think that I said that, and I maybe
Well,
spoke
you
out of
say that
context.
because it's something that a lot of men repeat. I hear it all
No,
the time.
no,
I've
no, no,
heard
no.
that
I
several
learned this
times.
from my fathers. I learned this from my father. I
Well,
learned
your
this.
fathers must have put it on Facebook or somewhere, or on
No, my
Twitter,
God
because
rest my
I literally
goddamn
have had this
soul.
debate
No,
with several men. Maybe
my,
I'm just telling you. The reason I think I'm going so much with you is I literally have had this debate with several men about that statement.
and the reason I say that is because when normally after sexual intimacy, what normally happens? People fall off. And the reason I said men control the gateways to the relationship is because normally after sex, and I keep it real, most men, they get post-nut clarity and they're done. So when they really want to continue the relationship outside of the sexual intimacy, that's normally, in my opinion, that's on the man, because it's our job to lead that relationship. Now, if we're not leading that relationship into a way that we can move forward, I'm not blaming the woman for that. She's going to do what you allow her to do and what you present to her. Because most women, and from my experience, want a man to lead, take control, and teach them something until he tells them what to do. And then now they call them controlling. So that's why I said men control the gateways to relationships, because in my personal experience and opinion, it takes a little bit more commitment and self-discipline for a man to start moving forward with a woman based on the things that I'm seeing. Most of them are having transactional interactions and sex, and they're just having sexual relationships without having committed relationships. And most of the time it's because men are lying to women to lay with them.
Men are like, we could go deep
Yeah,
dive.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go. I'm
And
sorry. I'm
we
sorry.
can agree to disagree on
For
some things.
sure.
But
For sure.
I just wanted to say that
But
one
you were right. A
thing.
lot of niggas do get that from the internet. You're right. They
Well,
can't
yeah,
have that
I've heard
conversation.
that. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I've had that
you're
debate
not
with
wrong.
several guys, but
You're not wrong.
but listen, let's keep going, because I didn't
I
even get
got
through
you.
all your questions.
I got you.
Cool. When was your last relationship?
What was that? It's 2021. No, 2022 party. April 16th,
How do you
2021.
remember the actual date?
Oh no, like kids, I'm trying to tell you, I can go in. I could go in. No, it's because yeah, it's a deep story. Like, so I had two girlfriends at the
Okay.
same time, and they knew about each other. Black men don't cheat, so I don't cheat. So I had two girlfriends. One kind of got jealous. I was going to California for my birthday for a trip. She ended up calling my other joint. They started arguing. It was just bad. So I had to drop both. I can't do that.
Okay. So you don't got to answer this question, but when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Like 6 weeks ago?
Okay. Is that woman an option?
Nah.
Why not? What's wrong with her?
Man, it's not nothing wrong. It's just like she's promiscuous, and I just don't value that. So you can do what you want to do.
You
But I'm
slept
not,
with her though.
huh?
You don't value that she's promiscuous, but you slept with her.
Oh yeah, I don't value like to come.
You're part of her being promiscuous.
I get that, and if you're just gonna let me screw on you without committing to you, I mean, I'm a decent guy, but I'm not that special. So if I can do it, somebody else can do it. Like I ain't special. I'm only gonna be special to the one that want me. And if you just don't want me, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just gonna hit it too.
Well, listen, this is a lesson learned. So, ladies, stop sleeping with these men because this is how
Facts.
they look at you after you sleep with them. They're looking at you with these type of eyes of not saying you what they consider to be wifey material because
For sure.
this is we'll take that away from that statement. All
And that's
right,
you're right.
give me the
100%.
Kendra Cam.
What I gotta do. So can you see me?
Yeah, you have a nice shape. You definitely keep yourself together.
I run 5 miles a day, baby.
You run 5 miles a day?
5 miles a day, 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 dips every day.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm
I
training
do
for a
martial
marathon
arts.
and I'm struggling right now.
I got you.
I know what to do. It's just I work so much. It's hard to train. All right,
Look,
cool.
yes, ma'am.
We got 2 questions left, and these are gonna be my favorite questions with you. First, why do you think you're single?
Oh, there's a few reasons why I'm single. Because most women, in my personal opinion, have 3 men, and I'm level 2. So there's 3 levels.
You said they have 3 men?
Yes, ma'am. They have 3 men at all times, whether they're going to admit it or not.
Okay, explain this to me. Who are the 3 men?
Level 1. Level 1 is your yes man. He's the nigga that's hitting you up on your DMs. Good morning, good night, nigga. He's the nigga that if you ask him to pull up, be your friend, be platonic, give you some weed, feed you, give you some money, he's saying yes. Level 2, this is where I'm at. Level 2 is the man that she's comfortable with. So the man that she's comfortable with, this is the man that's probably kind of moved up from level 1 to friend zone, and he dropped down from place level 3 where you never want to be. Level 2 is, the dude that she's going to continue to have sex with, because we all know that there's a lot of rules to women, only 2 apply. But she doesn't want to seem like a hoe. So she's going to continue to give you the box so she can be like, well, I'm just fucking him. I didn't add nobody else. And then level 3, this is why I said place you never want to be. This is like the imaginary nigga. This is the nigga that she has in her mind's eye that she's always comparing you to that she don't got. So you might be the nigga she wants for a little bit, but when she figures it out that this is where it's going, you become a man she's comfortable with.
I'm not gonna negate that, actually.
Let's go.
There's some truth to that.
Let's go. But there's
some women don't have 3 men. That's why I always tell women you should have. I believe that as long as you're single, you should not be giving. Men hate that I tell women this. I always say don't let the men know.
Kendra,
you should definitely have more than one guy if you're single. That's important. I'm not saying sleep with all these guys, but this is why women are crazy, because what happens is they give all their energy to one guy, hoping he's gonna settle down and be with them. You don't never hope for a man to do nothing. If you need to be out, he needs to know that, okay, I'm with you. But guess what? If you don't get yourself together, you're gonna lose out on me. I can't be waiting around for you to realize who I am. But I don't preach sleeping with all these men. And I also say, do not let the men know, because men just they just can't handle the things that women endure all the time. But if you are not my man, you're not going to get my man benefits. And if I'm only giving you my man is, you're getting all of my time. I'm always available. I'm there for you. I'm damn near your wife. If we are not that, you're not getting that from me. So I'm not always available. Just like you're not always available for me. It's really the same energy you're giving me.
I get that. And
I think that's the way that women don't go crazy.
I think they always gonna go crazy, but I prefer transparency. And the last thing I ever want to do is a woman I'm dealing with to hear a story from somebody else other than me. Like, she'll never go through no bullshit like that. And the reason why I tell my female associates to tell niggas the truth, because it's just like, don't ever give this nigga no reason to call you no liar or say you shady. And if he can't handle what you doing, he should have stopped it. Like, oh, my shorties, I'm asking you, like, so You talking to anybody? Okay, I want to focus on you. What it's gonna take?
You're the only man in the world.
Shit, I know a couple real niggas, but it's just like you
That's
lose
what
women
the
being
girls
real.
were trying to be talking.
Huh?
Why would I have no time to talk to somebody else in the world but you? What you got
Okay.
going on today?
And
Where
then
we going today?
I would prefer like when I told you about my other girlfriend, I liked her because she would tell me the truth, right? And God forbid you may have to bleep this. Shorty would tell me, she was like, I just fucked this nigga 2-3 days ago, but I'm gonna stop fucking with him because I'm fucking with you.
So why didn't you settle down with her?
I tried. But then the other girl came into the situation, and then we was all both trying to do the same thing. And I'm like, yo, I could do this. I could afford it. But one got insecure, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do it.
Who's that? Someone just came in the house?
That was my godmom.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, we gotta go. Last question. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I'm loyal. I'm attentive. I prefer to help my woman get a bag instead of buying her one. I'll be the person that you can be honest and open and transparent with. I could be vulnerable with you, and I'll help you in areas outside of like your physique. I'm more focused on like your mentals and your spiritual happiness as well. So I think that she'll have a man that is willing to live and die for her.
Okay, well, let's do it. Do you want to settle down with one woman? That's your goal?
My goal, real life, I do want 2 women. It's not for no.
There we have it. Now it's all making sense.
No, yeah, because I did it. I did
Huh?
it before, and I kind of messed that up. But I would take one. Don't get me wrong. I'll take one because I never want my woman to feel like she's inadequate. That's not me.
Okay. Well, listen. All right. Aku in Minnesota, 31. He's an Aries, 0 children, a woman with no kids, 24 to 29. He's a digital tech entrepreneur. How do you want the lady to reach out to you, boo?
You can hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is Mojo Dojo, MOJOD0J0.
Let me hold on one second. Let's do it again. Spell it out for me.
MOJOD0J0. Mojo Dojo.
D0 J's. Oh, I see it. So this is it right here.
Yes, ma'am. I made it. Oh, that's crazy as fuck. Yeah.
MOJO. So MOJOD0J0.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a great conversation. I enjoyed.
I really appreciate you. You have a great night.
Keep me posted how it goes. You know you're gonna be a highlight child, so you already know.
Let's go. I made it. Hey,
you know how they gonna come at you in the comments. So
they hate me. I'm blocked on Facebook right now. That's why I had to come to YouTube. So I be talking my shit. I be talking my shit.
You still how long you blocked on Facebook for? You might miss your highlight.
No, I can still see it. I just can't comment. I got 26 more days. I'm in a slammer.
What did you do?
Man, so I don't do self-promotion. I'm gonna respect you. I'll be talking my shit.
Just tell me. I'm asking you. So if it's that part of the story, that's fine.
I've been building a little bit of content, just controversy, trolling about certain shit online, dating. So I said a couple of things, but it was on your show. It was with the dude that was 50 years old that was talking about he was gay, right? Respect. But he was talking about he's getting his back blown out by a young dude. And I was like, yo, this nigga has me dead right now. 30 days. I said, bro, I didn't say nothing. I didn't bash him. I said, he's killing me. He's killing me right now.
That's funny.
It was your fault, Kendra.
It wasn't my fault. I learned my comment lesson. I don't talk shit in the comments. I got blocked. I lost my live on Instagram. So actually, I do be kind of talking shit on Facebook. I guess maybe because it's my page, they don't say nothing to me. All right, we gotta go. Bye, babe. Keep me posted. Bye, boo.